Hi, in this video we're going to solve an easy SQL problem. Okay, so let's begin. And this SQL problem, we can find it in the SQL scorepractice.com webpage. The link I'm going to share it with you in the description down below. So after doing that, we need to select the hospital database, which is this one. And we are going to select the 8th question. So we can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, we have completed the other ones already. And first of all, we need to understand the question. So the question says, show how many patients have a birth date with 2010 as the birth year. Okay, so first of all, we are looking at a database from a hospital, a fictional hospital. So we have a table here called patients, which has information about patients inside a hospital. For example, the first name, the last name of the patient, the gender, the city, the height, weight, etc. So the question wants us to show the patients or how many patients have a birth date. Okay, birth date here we need to find information related to the birth date in our table. So we can see that we have a birth date column already. So this is easy. We see that it is a date type format. And it says that with 2010 as the birth year. So if we select, for example, everything from the patient's table, we can take a look at the table itself, the information inside. So you can see we have the patient ID, first name, last name, gender, and now the birth date. So I'm just going to take myself out of the picture right here. Okay, so you can see better. And you can see that they have a birth date beginning with the year, then the month, and then the day. Birth date, we have 2017, 1967, 1993, etc. And we have also these other columns, but we are our focus has to be on the birth date. That's what we care about. So we have some hints. The website provides us with some hints to complete this question if we don't know how to approach it. So for example, the expected output is 55. So we are supposed to have the same output from our query, which is 55. Also, we can have some other hints if we click on the get hint. And we can see here the solution keywords, which are select, count, where, and year. So these are some clauses we can use. The website is providing to us to complete this question. And if we click get hint again, we can see a portion of the solution. I recommend you only using this if you don't know how to, if you are lost and you still don't know, even with the expected output and the solution keywords, you don't know how to approach the question and how to solve it. Select the solution portions and so that you can see one portion of the solution, and the other is only going to show a line of code, and the other lines are blurry. Okay, so let's begin answering this question. So first of all, we need to select, and because it says how many in the question, we need to count. Okay, to count how many. So for counting, we use the count clause or function. So this aggregation is going to count everything in our table. So in this case, we have, if I only leave this, it's going to count every row, and it's going to deliver 4,530, which are the name of the results or the rows. And I specify from which table I want this data, from the patients table. But now I need to specify this, where the birthday is 2010. Okay, so for doing that, or to do that, I need the where clause, and I specify which column I'm going to filter on. So the column is going to be birth date. Okay, and I just need people or patients who have 2010 as the birth year. Okay, so what I can do here, I can do many things. I can say, for example, here year is equal to 2010, and this can work. Or what I can do is also this. For example, because it could be the case that birth date is not taken as a date format. Maybe it's a string or something. So to prevent an error, we can use this. When birthday, where birth date, like, okay, like we can specify when it has a portion of a string or text inside the column. So if I say 2010, if I say only this, is going to filter only or show only the rows on the birth date column which have exactly 2010. But as we can see, no one has exactly 2010 only in the row, or yeah, inside the row, because all of them have a year and then score or slash, and then the month, and then the day. So to avoid having an error, I'm going to use a wildcard. This is the percent sign. This wildcard means that it doesn't matter what comes before or after. Well, yeah, if we place it before, we don't care what comes before. And also, I'm going to place it one here after the number or the year 2010, and it means that we don't care also what comes after. We only care that it doesn't matter if we have a lot of text or strings before or after 2010. If it contains 2010, it's correct, and we want that. So if I close the query now and I run it, we should have the correct answer. So we got the query correct, and the count here, it says 55. So it was exactly as we expected. Also, they had their own solution, which is different than ours. So as you can see here, it's like I said to you before, like I showed you, where year and in parentheses birth date equals 2010. And there are other alternative solutions, so you can compare it with your own. So that's it for this SQL query. If you find it useful and interesting, don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment down below, and follow me for following SQL questions. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.